Right, so I mean, everyone knows that I want this scholarship, and I just try to guide people around it. So I mentor them, guide them, and ensure.
Baby, you're my sweetheart radio. Heal my pain, heal my soul.
Hi everyone, welcome to my podcast. This is Oma's Diary, and I am Oma, your very sweetheart on radio, TV, social media, sweetheart everywhere. This is where I chronicle my journey as a broadcast, multimedia, and social impact journalist. Glad to have you join me here on this amazing, thought-provoking podcast. So, of course, I am a fellow of MTN Media Innovation Program Cohort 3 2024. One of the days while we were in class at Pan Atlantic University, PAU, Lekki, Lagos State, Nigeria, an executive director, board member, MTN Foundation, MTN Nigeria, Odunayo Sanya, came to talk to us about MTN Foundation. It was a lot of information about MTN Foundation that we are yet to know about. I remember asking her, MTN does so much, how come we don't know so much about it? Like, I was overwhelmed with the information I got that day. Do you know that MTN Foundation was established in 2004 to manage the CSR initiatives for MTN Nigeria Communications PLC, one of the first corporates in Nigeria to launch such an initiative? Are you aware? Now, it was commissioned in May 2005, with MTN Nigeria Communication PLC committing up to 1% of its profit after tax as its main source of funding for projects. As of Q1 2024, MTN has invested in projects over 29 billion 397 million 457,744 naira in the 36 states of the Federation and FCT. MTN Foundation has over 1,023 project sites across Nigeria with 50 unique projects which spans across 3,327 communities reached across 36 states and the FCT. In terms of the number of people they've reached, MTN Foundation since inception reached 31,534,698 people and still counting. This information is available on the MTN Foundation website, right? Okay. In education, they've supplied learning furniture to 174 public schools. The youth they've trained in ICT and business skills running in thousands, 9,384, still counting, because as they keep training, they keep upgrading the figures. In scholarships, they've awarded 13,641 scholarships awarded to 4,949 scholars valued at 2,989,267,478.23 naira. All have been awarded under the MTN scholarships. Isn't this amazing? Overwhelming. I told her that day, ma'am, if I wasn't in this class, anytime MTN comes to my mind, the only thing I think of is a corporate organization that takes my data and takes my recharge card. I know I'm not the only person on this table. Being a fellow of MTN Media Innovation Program has changed it all, and I now see MTN from a different light, and I sought out on a mission to reveal what MTN Foundation has been doing, especially with the MTN Foundation scholarship. However, the vision of the MTN Foundation is to be a leader in corporate social investment initiatives in Nigeria, measured by the impact and sustainability of the project and on the host communities, as well as the high perception rating of the MTN's brand. And the mission is to improve on the quality of life through health, education, youth development, and national priority initiatives on sustainable basis in such a way as to impact positively on the MTN brand. In 2010, The MTN Foundation established MTN Scholarship Program, an annual award that recognizes and rewards eligible high-performing students in Nigerian public tertiary institutions in three categories. That is MTN Science and Technology Scholarship, MTN STS, and MTN Scholarship for Blind Students, SBS, which is open to Nigerian students in Nigerian public tertiary institutions, universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. For MTN Science and Technology Scholarship, that's STS, the application is open to students who have completed their second semester 200 level examinations going to 300 level, and students currently in their 300 level. And of course, the MTN Scholarship for Blind Students, that's visually impaired students. The application is open to 200 and 300 level, any Nigerian public tertiary institutions, universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Like I told you all, I went on a mission to unravel, right? To see for myself, to hear firsthand stories of people who have benefited from this foundation. And amazingly, I reached out to a young man. In my search and quest to hear from beneficiaries, their first-hand stories, I stumbled upon a Peace Bello, who is a beneficiary of the MTN Scholarship Foundation. I met him on LinkedIn. I tracked this young man. My goodness, it took 2 months for me to get to him because I wanted to share that story. Finally, woo! The young man replied my message, agreed on an interview, and introducing to you Peace Bello, a beneficiary of the MTN Scholarship Foundation. A unique story. A story that will resonate with almost all students in the Nigerian university. Take a listen and get inspired. I will see you at the other side of the story. Stay with me.
Radio. Sweetheart on radio. Sweetheart on radio. I am calling you, Mama. Make you talk my pain away. Talk, ease me. Talk. My sweetheart on radio.
I am Peace Bello. My family roots can be traced to Iwo, Osun State, in Nigeria. Right, so I lived most of my early childhood in Ibadan, but my family roots can be traced to Iwo. I'm a recent graduate of chemical engineering from Obafemi Awolowo University, Great Ife, where I finished as the best graduating student in the 2023 convocation ceremonies, with a CGPA of 4.82 on a 5.00 scale. At the moment, I also lead my team Chemotronics, which I co-founded while in university in my 4th year. A lot of things about me. Right, so in my 3rd year of study, I won the MTN Foundation scholarship, which is for science and technology students. Right, so when I entered university, I always had of scholarships. There was Agbami, Chevron, NMPC, a lot of scholarships shell, and I didn't win any scholarship prior to my 3rd year. So this made me quite depressed because I felt I was a very good candidate. I had good O-level results, and I had to get a scholarship. So I just kept on tracking scholarships, and luckily I found out about the MTN one. I can't really remember how I got to know about it, but probably it was on a group page or something. I saw the link and I applied. So we were just told to submit our O-level results. Then we scaled to another one. I think we submitted an essay. Then we were called for an interview in Lagos, and I was just so happy when I got the news that I won the scholarship, because I had written the Chevron exam prior to the MTN one, and I didn't win the Chevron scholarship. But the MTN scholarship was the very first and the only scholarship I won throughout my undergraduate days at OAU. Right, I was very very happy, highly elated. I mean, my heart was just filled with joy, knowing that I'd won the scholarship. All right, so yeah, during my application, to be fair, I just think the hunger was just what motivated me. So I ensured I put in a very strong application. I can't really remember everything I did, but I knew I prepared very well for my essay, which I submitted prior to the exam. Then on the exam, before the exam, there are a lot of all these GRE past question and scholarship past question from Dragnet, which I did to practice for the exam. So yeah, I really put in lots of efforts to ensure the scholarship was going to be given to me. Yeah, and luckily I won it. I guess in my department we were like 15 that won the scholarship at that point in time. So it was a very good one for my department, for my school, because we won a lot of scholarship from MTN in that very year. And funny enough, I was called out on that day at the Muson Center in Lagos. I was given a certificate. I think I really skilled very well in my scholarship exam. Right, yeah, probably I finished the best in the exam or something. That was in 2019. All right, so yeah, it was a very very memorable experience. To be fair, the MTN scholarship really helped me, really helped me, and I say this with all with all gratitude to MTN, because it was after I won the scholarship that I bought my very first laptop. For years, I'd been looking to get a very good laptop. I had one I was using, but it was not one with a very high GPU. So I needed a much better system at that point in time. So this scholarship was one of the things that really helped to pay for my laptop. Then I was able to keep myself. At least I disturbed my parents a little bit less after the scholarship, because it was 200,000 naira, and that was in 2019. Very very tangible amount, even till today. But at that point, it was very tangible. All right, and I was able to cater for myself and buy things I needed throughout my stay. So I won the money 3 times. I was it for 3 times. Yeah, so yeah, very very awesome one. Yeah, this scholarship was something that helped me in my personal development, because after 2019, 2020, there was COVID. I remember that during that period things were quite difficult. So when I had to get money for data and everything, I was able to just buy from my money directly. And I took a lot of online courses, right? I took a lot of online courses from AICHE, from Nvidia, from Cisco. I just went into tech full time, because that was the beginning of my tech journey. After that scholarship, I pumped a lot of efforts in my tech training, which has really paid off today in my startup building. Right, so I mean, everyone knows I won this scholarship, and I just try to guide people around it. So I mentor them, guide them, and ensure. Right, so I won the Levers Brother Prize my final year as a postgraduate student. I won Professor Stephen Layokun Award, a lot of awards in my final year. Buffy Award, Excellence Research Award, my fellowship. I won an award here, and I've also received a lot of invitations. I was at the AWS Builders Grant Award in Las Vegas, November 2023. That was because of my startup's efforts. I actually won the award in 2022, but I couldn't attend due to some logistical issues of visa and the likes. Yeah, so I joined in 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was also invited to the UN in 2024 for the ECOSOC Forum. Yeah, I received a lot of invitations every now and then to conferences. I was also in Italy in October 2023 to present my team's climate solution. Right, yeah, so for undergraduate, I think the scholarship is something you want to be part of, right? And is one that opens you up to the lot of opportunities, right? MTN is a very big company. I mean, one of the biggest telecom communication company in Nigeria, arguably, right? So, and being on the scholarship is something that connects you with a lot of undergraduates across the country, and the money is something you want to definitely partake of, right? And obviously, you have to maintain an impressive academic record to your final year for you to maintain the scholarship, right? So the scholarship also encouraged me to maintain my records, because I knew that for me to get the money, I have to keep on maintaining high grades, right? So yeah, that was one of the motivation in my final year. Yeah, MTN also donated a library to my school in our fourth year. MTN, I say that they've played a very huge part in Peace Bello's life, right? I mean, from undergraduate days, they really helped me a lot to scale through those orders as a student. Because student's life can be very challenging. There are times you don't get any money from home, and you need to get things, and yeah, those kind of funds are very very important to help you to build yourself, your career, your development and everything. All right, so I advise young people, don't give up. That's been my mantra. Just keep on developing yourself. Probably if you apply for a lot of scholarships and you're not getting it, try and consult others that have won. Probably the adjustments you have to make your applications, right? So you have to keep on learning, keep on growing, and yeah, opportunities are there, but you have to maximize them. And you have to look out for them, right? So and yeah, especially when engineering, a lot of scholarship opportunities. There's AgmaMe, the Shell. Yeah, so just be on the lookout. Arrange your documents properly, your O-level results. You need to get recommendation from your lecturer in school. All right, so just to go to do that. Yeah, thanks so much for the opportunity to share my story. Always a pleasure.
She gets stars, her voice now dies. My baby, you're my sweetheart radio. Heal my pain, heal my soul. Take it away. I am calling.
Now, did you all see why I said today's podcast was actually thought provoking? Amazing. Did you hear that story? That before, you know how it is as a young Nigerian student, you've been applying for different opportunities, trying to see if you can get a scholarship. You're very intelligent, you're top notch, you've been applying and you never got one. At a point, you will start doubting yourself. That was the point where Peace Bello was, until the MTN Scholarship Foundation came his way. He got selected, right? And according to his story, he had to maintain a particular CGPA because of that scholarship, because he needs to keep having access to that particular scholarship and see all that happened in his life as a result of that particular scholarship. That is the level of impact. All right. And I strongly believe that this story, sharing his story, will inspire lots of young people out there. And it is a ripple effect. As a matter of fact, a particular mom reached out to me to share her story. The son was selected in this 2024 MTN Scholarship Foundation. The son is a student of computer engineering in one of the universities in Nigeria. He was selected and they got paid 200,000 naira. And of course, you know what it means. What it means is that if he's able to maintain that particular CGPA, even upgrade himself, definitely he will have access, because it is a yearly scholarship, right? For those of you who are just hearing about this now, MTN Nigeria Foundation awards annual scholarships worth 200,000 naira to eligible students in public tertiary institutions in Nigeria in the following categories: STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics fields under the science, that's the MTN Science and Technology Scholarships, STS. This has been on since 2009. Then the blind student studying any discipline under the MTN Scholarship for the Blind, SBS. This has been on since 2011. Then the top category is the top 10 scoring candidates in the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, to encourage excellence, and this has been on since 2020. Annually, up to 360 new scholarships are included in the scheme, with old scholarships renewed based on ongoing academic performance. Again, all these information are currently on MTN Foundation website, that is mtn.ng/foundation. You find these information and other information on the foundation and the intervention in different areas. Interestingly, do you know the most beautiful aspect of MTN Foundation is the fact that the work aligns with Sustainable Development Goals of 2030 and quality education, which is goal number 4. I am an education activist. I love education, because education is a vaccine. Education is a tool for sustainability. Education is a tool for development. Education is a tool if you want to pull people out of poverty. Please give them education. With education, they can find their way. You can never get it wrong with education. To me, it's about learning, unlearning, and relearning, which is actually what inspired me to carry out this particular podcast. I love education. You should too. Okay, so the second one is decent work and economic growth, then industry, innovation, and infrastructure. I was really totally inspired, doing this podcast. And I strongly believe that every young Nigerian student who will come across this podcast will definitely be inspired as well. Like I said, it is a ripple effect of inspiring change and positive change makers. My name is Chioma Chinyere Chukwemeka, also known as Oma Sweetheart, on radio, TV, social media, Sweetheart everywhere. Thank you so much for joining me here on Oma's Diary 360. And kindly feel free to share this podcast or comment. I look forward to your comments and see you in my next podcast. From me to everyone of you out there, it's a mwah! God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.
My baby, 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 you're my sweetheart radio.